Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stamping with Connie, and I'd like to welcome you to Craft Spot Thursday afternoon here in Bancroft, Ontario, Canada, and I am in the Bancroft Craft Studio. Uh, excuse me, sorry, I felt that cough just as I hit the go live button. Of course, right? Craft Spot, yes, join my crafting adventure. Today, I want to share some thank you cards and that is because it's always a good time to be grateful and to show your gratitude to others that have done things for you. And if you follow me, you may have noticed that I was at a craft show and sale on the weekend, and I completely sold out of thank you cards. I wanted to give a thank you card to the woman who had organized the event and to the gentleman who provided the overnight security. And I had this many. So everybody is saying thank you to someone, and I think that's awesome. But it also means I need to replenish my supplies. So I did give them cards. I used some others. I have cards that just have sort of a friendly hello or something like that on the front. I have ones that have got sort of an inspirational message and many things that can be appropriate for thank you cards, but they didn't actually say thank you. So that's what we're going to do today on this crafting adventure because they're all created up here right now, but we'll see how things go from here to there as we go along. Anyway, if you are here joining me today, do say hello. Let me know that you are here and that you are watching. Always love when you stop by and chit chat and share your thoughts. Maybe give me some ideas for the cards I'm making. Whatever it is, I do appreciate it. So, okay, I think I am going to head right down to the crafting area. I do have a couple more things that I want to share with you just before we get full on into the crafting, but I'm going to do it from down in the craft space. So let me just okay, get that going and set this up, move that out of the way. And here we go. Okay, so two things on the go. Well, there's a few things on the go, but uh, my August card class is coming up. Registration closes on August 15th, the end of the month, or sorry, the middle of the month, and I will be featuring the Charming Day bundle. So this is just the stamp set, and I will be using the dies as well. But just wanted to share that with you so that you could see the stamps that I will be featuring. And I only have two of the cards here on my desk, but there's one of the papers that coordinate with this bundle are just beautiful. This is fussy cut. Little bit of warning. It's just one, but look at it. It's stunning. It's beautiful. How could you not? Whoops, maybe that's a little bit close. Why is this seem to be going backwards to how I want it to go? Okay, there we go. Isn't like the colors just they are my colors, I will confess. Blues and purples. Does this not look a whole lot like my my logo? Anyway, that's the paper. I didn't make it. I had no say in creating that, but I do love it. So join me for that class. You can take that class for free if you put in a $40 order from my online store, and I will send you that kit for free. 4 cards that we will make. If you wish to purchase the card kit, it is $25 plus $5 for shipping. So $30, and I will ship that kit right to your door. You do not have to have the bundle that I'm using. You can substitute anything that you have in your stash. So it's a flower set. We probably all have one of those. So uh, join me, please. The other thing, I have opened up registration for my fall girls getaway. And it's a weekday retreat this time. It's a Monday through Thursday, so it is 4 days. There is a 3-day option available if 4 days is more time than you can manage during the week. Love to have you for the 3 days instead. It is in Stayner, Ontario. So if you are um, anywhere from the GTA general area to uh, all the way Peterborough, Lindsay, Midland, Gravenhurst, Bracebridge, all those areas I've had people from over to Owen Sound, Goderich, Mount Forest, Kitchener, Waterloo, Guelph, Cambridge area. People have come from a little bit far and wide. I have a girlfriend who comes from Ottawa. That is a bit of a hike. I will tell you that. And I love her for making the hike. But that's a little bit of a long way to come for a retreat. However, if you want to do that, we would love to have you. So anyway, that is coming up November 3rd through 6th. And you can find all the information and details about that on my Girls Get Away Weekend Facebook page. Okay? I didn't change the name. It's not actually a weekend this time. It's a weekday retreat, but I've kept the same name because that's what everybody knows my retreats as is Girls Getaway Weekends, where the girls just get away from uh, everything, all of our day to day, maybe the husband and the kids and the hectic pace that we have, and we just get away for a few days and we recharge our batteries and fill each other with inspiration and hope and love and lots of creative ideas. So love to have you join me. Okay, so for today, sorry, just before we move to today, if you placed an order over the last week and qualified for my sunflower card class, I am cutting those kits and they will be out to you very soon, along with the ephemera, if you qualified for the ephemera, or the PDF tutorial will be emailed to you if you placed a small order and are now looking for the tutorial. All free with your order. And that was my online class that I did last week on CraftSpot. So, okay. One more exciting announcement. I am getting ready to launch a scrapbooking club. It will be a monthly club, um, 2 double-page layouts each month using one, I'll say one theme, so one set of designer series paper or something along those lines, perhaps a coordinating stamp set with that, maybe some embellishments, whatever. Anyway, it will be all cut and prepped and it'll all come to your door and we will craft together virtually once a month for that. So details about that are coming out very soon, but I am getting ready to launch that. And I've already started creating pages for it. So it's going to be an awesome fall of scrapbooking. Okay, today we are making some thank you cards. I am going to be using the Prairie Grass stamp set because these are beautiful images. And the thank you that I've chosen, I've just pulled one out, but I've got thank you for everything. And it's from the Beautiful Motifs stamp set. This is part of the Beautiful Gallery suite with that stunning designer series paper. I might make some thank you cards with that paper as well. But for today, we're going to use the Prairie Grass and the Everyday Arches dies. So these have been out for a little while, but they have sold out. Like every time they become available, they sell out. And I missed them a couple of times, but I have them now, and I'm very excited to have them because look at all these layers. 10 dies in this set, all different sizes, and aren't they fun? I just love these. So lots and lots of great cards coming using these dies. And we're going to start with some today. Now, something you want to take note of for this card. So I thought, oh, okay, so let's see. I'm going to do a card with this one, and maybe I'll use a textured note die cut. Yep, okay, we've got that. And then I'll do some other things. And so I did my textured note die cut, and I got out my stamp, which looks like it's mounted on here a little bit crooked, so we're just gonna fix that up. And it's like, hey, wait a minute. I don't know whether you can see this or not because of the glare. Let me just, if I put it here, perhaps you can see that. Hmm. The stamp is bigger than the die cut. And that is because these pictures are 85%. So this one is also very large. This one actually needs the big boy block. And I don't even have one of my big boy blocks here at the cottage. I've made a note to bring it up because, look, that's a little bit sad. But I didn't really want it this long anyway. So I've let this dangle off the top because we're going to uh, cut it off. Cut it, not at the knees, cut it off at the neck, perhaps. And just make our stamping a little bit smaller when we get to that one. But to start, so this wasn't going to work with this stamp. So maybe it'll work with this stamp, the smaller one. And that will in fact fit on there. So I'm going to start now with this one instead of the other one. See, this is where the adventure has already begun. I have to tell you, because I had these ideas in my head and I cut paper and I was getting ready and I was looking and I'm going, oh, that is not going to work. So this is Secret C. I've decided to use Secret Sea and Cloud Cover for my color palette today. And so those are the two inks that I will be using. Oh, what I did. Hey, well, guess what? It's where the gem goes, isn't it? Or maybe that'll even be where our sentiment goes. I cut the little guys for my sentiment, and I don't know whether that's going to look right when we get there, but that might be a gem. That'll get hidden. Okay, little too much inking and pushing and talking and therefore wobbling. But it's not, it's quite small, so we will be able to. Okay, so that was the start, and then I was going to come in, and originally I was going to do this right on a card base, but I kind of think I should do it on a piece of uh, card stock, just not a whole card base, just in case I mess it up. I was going to put this over here. I'm going to keep it quite so, but I wanted to just do a little bit of blending with my blending brush to add, in this case, some cloud cover behind this. Okay, well, kind of. So I am going to bring in my cloud cover ink. Now, the cloud cover ink, if you are looking for it, this regular ink pad was not released to customers because many of them, something about the ink formula, it reacts with the foam that is the ink pad. And so some of them are okay, and some of them are less okay. And so it was not something that Stampin' Up! Was going to release broadly, but they did make them available to demonstrators, and my ink pad seems to be okay. So I'm using the big one. Now, if you want an ink pad in this color, you can get the uninked spots and the reinker, and you can make your own ink spot ink pad. Or there are some ink spot assortments that you can get. I believe there's 5 in each one, and you get one of them has cloud cover in it. So you can get that, and the ink spots are not the same foam. They are the cloth. So they don't seem to be reacting with the ink. Go figure, eh? So you can get cloud cover ink. You just have to do it a little bit differently than what we're used to. So I was going to do this just off of two edges, but I'm sort of thinking it would look better if it came out from the whole part. And I'm wondering now if I should do it right over to the edge here, just to give some definition to where the white die cut stops. So let's just come here and I'm going to add some more ink out a little bit further. Right along the edge there. I'm not sure I want that. I might trim that off just a smidge. I didn't make my cardstock bigger than I wanted. It's actually only 5 by 3 3/4, so it's kind of the size that I want. I don't really like that little bit, so I am going to grab my little cutter. Just going to take, I don't have to take a lot off. I'm not going to change anything else about the card. But now we don't have that sort of dark blob area that I was not particularly caring for. Secret with blending brushes is patience. It's not always my strength, but many light layers will truly give you a nicer, smoother blended look. So, you know, I try, I do my best, but sometimes I just want to get the color down. There, I like that. And so there's just a little blue hue around where my image will be on the card. Except now I'm thinking I want to come out here a little bit further. I should just stop, right? You know, you look, you try, you change your mind, you do some more, you do some more, you do some more, and then you know, less was more. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. I'm just going to stop right there. Okay. But I think I'm gonna do my sentiment with Secret Sea. So Secret Sea is the dark blue, and cloud cover is the lighter one. So look, here's one of the little arches. Isn't that adorable? And you can certainly use it as an upright arch. I am going to use it sideways. I want it this way. Where am I going to put this? Yeah, I should think about this for just a moment, eh? And decide which direction I want it. And bring in, so I have a cloud cover card base. I didn't know whether I wanted cloud cover or thick white for my card bases, so I have cut both. Put them here. This is just a standard card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And so that's going to be like that. Or do I want it on white? Because I was thinking I was going to keep this all very, and this could just come in from here. Could come in from here. Too bad that that spot wasn't at the bottom. That would have been perfect. Although this could work too. It's a little bit of an odd place for it though, I think. I think it's going to have to be a gem, but that's okay. But I'm not certain I don't want a white card base. So this is, just going to set this over here for a moment. Just thick, basic white cardstock. Same thing, standard card base, 8.5 by 4.5, scored, or 8.5 by 4 1/4, scored. No, 8.5 by 5.5. Oh my goodness. 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Oh my, okay. And so this will go in here and then I would pop it up, but I don't think so. Just thinking I might like all the white, but I kind of think this will work better. And then I think we want this. We want this maybe right out almost at the edge. Perhaps, eh? Okay, that's okay. I'm going to stamp it this direction though, which is what that whole exercise was all about. Okay. Right, pretty much in the center of that. There we go. Get that quick clean. Okay, and then we can put the card together. So, where is my tape runner? I had not, and I don't know whether you can see or not, but I'm maybe not that close, but I am getting towards the end of this roll of tape runner, and I have already put a new refill. I thought. I'm sure I got out a refill and tucked it in on my table there so that it would be there when I need it. But we'll see. We don't need it yet. Which is good because oh no, there it is. It's there. Okay, it's all good. We're ready. Whenever that sucker runs out, I am ready. Hey, now I got out some dimensionals. I'm using up bits of dimensionals again. Um, oh, what so this oops, oh dear, what's going on here? Oh no, I think we're okay. This guy, yes. Some dimensionals onto here. Whoop. There we go. And this is take your pick tool. Handy for getting these backs off. Oh, put this right down here. Oh, and right up to the edge. So I don't want my dimensional right on the curved part of this because then I'll be double dimensional and that will cause problems. So I'm just going to put two away from this edge. And you could add a little dot of liquid glue, but you don't need it. It will stick down just fine. Just hovering over the top like that. There we go. And then, what do we think? These are the flat pearls in the in colors. We could use these Secret C. I do like them. Look, we can put one right there. And then we'll put the others right there. And then you will know that there's a little ink spot under there. We're good. Okay, part number one. We got through it. We didn't mess it up. Yeah, all good, right? Okay, what did I get out for card number two? I think I ended up, so I cut a larger textured note that would fit this one. But I was thinking as well, maybe we should use one of these Everyday Arches dies. So I think I'm going to put this, put the stamp on here. Okay, same color palette. We're going to stick with that for today. We're just going to kind of do a few cards with Cloud Cover and Secret C. So I'm using Secret C again on my stamp. And here I get this straight so that hopefully this is straight, but right in the center. As I'm not going to put a sentiment on here. I'm going to do my sentiment separately again. There we go. Look at that. I love the dark blue. It's just me, it just sort of grabs your attention and says, hey, look at me. Okay, so what do we want this time? I have a few things. I'm not entirely certain what I cut this for. Does this fit this small one? I may have been thinking of this. Should I stamp it on there just while we're here? Just because then we could decide what which card we want to finish making. Okay. Oh, it was quite lovely. Look, I got a little bit of just ever so slight this time ink on the top there. A little heavy-handed with my ink spot, I would say. But I don't imagine you can even see that. Okay, we'll see it if I hold it up. Fess up to all my mistakes. So those just little, almost like there was a hair, but there wasn't. It was me on the stamp. I know that. Okay, so we're going to finish this one. We're going to leave this one for another project or another time or something. And again, I'm not positive whether I want what I want here. So I'm going to fold another basic white card base, even though I didn't use the first one. Now I have two. Yeah, okay. And I have one more cloud cover card base that I will fold. So now we could do this. And oh, we could come in up top, maybe with white going. This. That might be kind of a nice look. Just uh, I have ribbon in both these colors as well. Look. Ooh, could add a bow under the sentiment or Secret Sea and cloud cover. Can you tell I'm a blue girl? I love my blues. We could do something like this just to, we would pop these up and maybe we would need something in the background. I was actually going to do something in the background with this one, with the bigger one. Hey, you know what? Let's put this big stamp on here. And we'll see what supplies I have and what we decide to finish building once I get all this stamping done. Eventually I will finish them all because everything, it ends up in all the bits buckets and then you have to go back and use those bits at some point. Hey, now look, I'm getting wiser. I can see that I wobbled with my hand there. Now we're going to come right. Oops, not to the center with the bottom because this one has a piece coming out the edge that I want on here. So give this a press. This is a fairly large stamp, so you want to make sure you press everywhere on your block. If you just press at the edges, you might almost kind of lift the center area and not get a good stamp. That, and look, it doesn't even look like it's been cut off at the top. It looks like that's just how it is. And that is lovely. That's very delicate and lovely. Can you see? Oh my goodness, look at that. Beautiful. That is a beautiful stamp. Can you tell it's the first time I've used it? because I'm like, oh my gosh, look at that. Look what it did. I really like that though. Okay, and then I don't know about this, but let's do a couple of things. Look, I have white and I have blue, and so we can do them both, and then we will have all the bits to play with. Do them both if I could find my stamp. Yes, that thing that says thanks. Oh my goodness. Oh, here it is. Clear stamp, clear block, sitting on top of my gems, but I had lost it. Okay. There we go. There's a white one. And I have more. I have more white ones if we need to do, if we decide we want white on both cards. How are we doing for time? Am I going way over time again? It was a little longer last week. Oh, it's just 4:30. Okay, well, I'm only just going over time now. I usually try to share a couple cards in half an hour with you. To me, that seems like about enough of your time to hopefully inspire you and give you some ideas, but not take over your day. That makes this look like the Wedgwood blue. This isn't going to fit if I put it right there, though, is it? I have to cover up some of that stamp. That's okay. We could do that. Or we could do this. I kind of like the blue on it. I pulled out just elements of text. So there's text that you can use, and then there's also these just ink spot random dots. But I kind of think this needs a clean look, doesn't it? I'm sort of thinking this. Oh, excuse me. I really think this might be the way to go. Just keep it clean on here. Yes, I like it. I'm gonna stick it down and then the decision is made. So I'm going to put the image piece down flat. I need it. I put it perhaps a little, no, I think I should put it sort of centered up and down, but definitely over to the left side because we need the space so we can get the sentiment guy in. Now he is going to go on dimensionals. Here, running low on dimensionals, aren't I? I have little bits left. Okay, we still have a couple of the big ones on there. Just come right in here about there. And you know what? I know I do love these blues and everything. I'm wondering if just some basic rhinestones. I have just ordered several packages of basic rhinestones because I kind of think I'm running low. Oh, look, I have these too. Okay. Do I have any? I usually keep them in one of these for some reason. Don't ask me why. I don't think I have any in here right now. No, not in there. And it felt like something fell on the floor. I don't know what. But I will retrieve that later. And oh, look, I do have some you've been around Stampin' Up for a while, you may recall that this is a string, they're all attached. And that used to be part of the clear rhinestone gem package. It's not anymore. Uh, because I guess we asked not to have those because we didn't use them a lot. And then for the longest time I had several of them sitting around. I've managed to use most of them up. I used to cut them up into individual sequins sometimes too, just because I had so many of those little strips that weren't getting used. But it was back in the day. But look, I have this single one here and I'm going to use it. And these just reflect the blue. And gosh, they're gorgeous. Around here, around there. What do you think? I like the simplicity of it. And I hope you do too. Okay. Time to put one more card together. Let me see. So I have this guy, right? So this was going to be the second card. And guess what? I don't have another cloud cover card base here. So it's going on white, but could do something like this too, couldn't we? We like that doubled up. The other thing I do have though, I have a piece just of cloud cover cardstock cut. I do. That's flat edge better. It's towards the outside. Did we like this in here? This it could go on the blue still. That would hide all mistakes, but it looks a little funny, doesn't it? Looks like it's over a little bit. To back that off a bit. Hmm. Kind of works. Not sure I need both of them. Just do. Does it look a little bit? After looking at that, when I look at this now, it looks like it's missing something. Isn't that crazy? So, you know what? I am going to use some of this text on the edge because if I don't like it, it's cardstock. It's not a card base. I can just flip it over. Okay, where did oh, there we go. I need this big block. Stick that on there. And I'm just going to do this in cloud cover as a tone on tone. We might do that and then we might add ribbon to this one. So, there. I don't know that I need it everywhere, but I'm gonna put it everywhere just to be safe. Okay. So this was going to go down there. This. this. I think that works. I like the just that little texture that it adds to the background. Again, it's very subtle. You see that it's been stamped. There we go. So very subtle, but it just gives it a little interest in the background. And then we could come in perhaps with a secret C, maybe even just one of these. Yes, I think so. Maybe not a bow, but I'm just gonna do this. Put this on the same angle. Okay. So let's put some of this down so we can see where we're going with it. See here. And then I think I'm gonna put this guy down flat as well. I'm building this a little bit backwards. I don't usually do it this way. I usually start with the top layers and put this down on my card base at the very end. But apparently today we are being different. So I'm just putting some adhesive on the back, and then I'm going to fold that over. And I want that, whoops, just drop that down. Thankfully, I did not push it down. I want this just kind of like what's sticking everywhere. My thoughts on this edge there. That's all that, and then I'm going to come in with dimensionals down to this little guy. So I'm just going to put maybe even just touching. Huh? I want to push it down till I know that I want to push it down, but to stick so I can get a look at what it's looking like. I think that works. This should have been up higher though. Yeah, I like the crossover, but it should all be up a little higher then because it's not centered well. So here's a tip. Here's a trick. Dental floss. It is your best friend when it comes to fixing or repositioning things. Works best if you have used your tape runner because it comes off beautifully, doesn't ruin the bottom, doesn't ruin the top, and you probably don't need to add more adhesive. I usually put a little bit more on just to freshen up all the stick in case I sort of bunched some up, sort of thing. Let's just see. Do this just touching. Okay, that's better, I think. Because now a little more centered, aren't we? Maybe even just a smidge lower. Tuck you under there. Go with, get it straight the way. There. And of course, we still need a little bling. Maybe we'll use some rhinestones again, shall we? They worked on the last one, so let's just pop some on here. What do we think? There we go. I think that'll work. Okay, so let me clear some of the chaos, some of the crafter math out of the way so that we can show off these three fantastic cards. And there's a one extra piece that didn't become a card today, but perhaps another day it will be its turn. Oh, oh, we're a little crooked, aren't we? Uh, okay, everybody, straighten up. Okay, this button right here and this. There we go. So there are the cards that I wanted to share with you today. They really are like quick and easy, but cute, or even maybe not cute. I think they have a sort of very classy look to them, I think, because we kept it quite simple, not a lot of colors, but just a nice line image and little different look. So leave me a comment, let me know what you think of them, and check out the prairie grass stamp set and the everyday arches if you don't have them. When they're back in stock, you gotta get them because they are awesome. Actually, I think they're in stock right now. So order those. And if you do order those dies, because they are dies, you would probably qualify for my card class this month. And I will send you that kit for free. So that's 4 cards using the Charming Day bundle. So there you go. Get the dies, join the class, crafting fun, friends, community. Um, it's a fun time. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I truly appreciate it, and I look forward to crafting with you all again really soon. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.